evening. It is the NFL Roundtable Talks on Kneecap Biting with the Detroit Lions. I have my guest, the Chicken Nugget King, and Will Vogel in the house. We're going to go over a little bit of this uh, crazy injury list that we have here. And I'm just going to make it the easy way. The least hurt teams in the league, and I'll start from the bottom. Washington Commanders with 3. Tennessee Titans with 3. Not Tampa Bay. Not Seattle. Ooh, Seattle's hurt. San Francisco, not the 49ers. Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, they got 3. Not the Eagles. Not the Jets. Not the Giants. Not the Saints. They got 9. Not the Patriots. They got 7. Not the Vikings. They got 7 people hurt. Not the Dolphins. They have 6. Not the Rams. They have 6. The Chargers have 6. The Raiders only have 4. The Chiefs only have 4. But once again, Kadarius Toney is out. It's safe to say that injury-wise, he may bust out of this league because he has knee issues all the time. But the crazy one is Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
The Jacksonville Jaguars, they got 7. The Colts have 8. The Texans have 6. Packers only have 5. The Detroit Lions have 3. That's the lowest in the league so far. The Seahawks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cowboys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out. Cleveland Browns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players injured. Instead of going through the names, it's just easier to do it this way. Hey, the Bungles only got 5, but the key ones, Lyle Collins is still hurt. Mitchell Wilcox, their backup tight end, is hurt. And of course, Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Chicago Bears are the least injured team in the league with only 2. Roshan Johnson, their rookie running back they drafted, and Dante Pettis. Yes, Lions 1960. We did get a new training supervisor, and compared to years past, we're doing much better this offseason than we have. Mostly what we've seen for the people being out or questionable, they've been rest days. I mean, Marvin Jones Jr. is back on the field. J-Mo had a heck of a day, I heard today, where he didn't drop a pass on like 9 targets.
Nice.
That's a field goal thing to know.
Buffalo Bills, 8 people hurt.
Wow.
As always, Baltimore Ravens, 9 people hurt.
Yep.
Atlanta Falcons, 6. 6 hurt for the Cardinals, but there's some key ones on there. B.J. Ojolari, Zach Ertz, Kyler Murray, and Marquise Brown. Hollywood Brown, injured.
Yep.
And Trey McBride.
Yep.
That's it for the league. I'm telling you, there's over 100 people on that list altogether between the 32 teams. King yesterday says hello all. Lions 1960 says howdy y'all. The Patriots have 6 injured. 6 is like okay compared to a lot of these other teams.
Yeah.
But the least injured team is the Chicago Bears, which is pretty impressive for the amount of turnover they had and how many people they signed.
Yeah.
Lions 1960 Super Bowl rematch from the week 1 game. We beat KC twice this year in my fantasy. That's amazing. I love it. Yeah, Patriots have 7 players injured. Tyquan Thornton, their speedy receiver they were bragging about last year. He's more than likely out till at least week 2.
Mhm.
So there is a lot of injuries in the league, and before everybody piles on about a team having injuries, guess what? There isn't a lot of teams that can beat their chest right now outside of Chicago, Kansas City, Detroit, New York Jets. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
On to the next report. So we heard about a dust up with the Lions, and it got way overblown. I've read multiple reports where it was an open handed slap on the back, and he ripped the helmet off to yell at him in his face. So that was about it. The ripping of the helmet, that's a egregious, unsportsmanlike 15-yard penalty. The slap on the back might be even an unsportsmanlike too. So I'd be back to back in the same play. It would be a game ejection if you think about it. But at the same time, Dan Campbell addressed dust ups between players last year in the offseason on Hard Knocks. He goes, I like it when my players are fiery. He goes, you should get upset if somebody gets the best of you. If you're supposed to be the best of the best, you should get upset. As long as it doesn't cause an all out brawl, you're not being thrown from the team. Is that not what he said? Matter of fact, he said he liked that shit.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's competitive. It
It
brings
is.
out the best. It's a competitive nature.
Right. It's fire. And Mark
Yep.
Malik, of course, does his normal greeting, Super Bowl or bust, and I agree, it is that year. And I mean, look at the resignings and the trades that have happened recently. It's been
Yeah.
crazy. And Dalvin Cook has not signed with the Bills yet. Hmm. Rumor is he doesn't think it's a fit.
Hmm.
I think he doesn't want to play outside in the cold as his home team.
You know, the one thing I caught on to, Jeremy, is the Jets fans chanting for Dalvin Cook. Watch out for that. Because I heard they're trying to make a move for Dalvin Cook and give him a contract or something whatnot.
Well, he already is visiting with Miami again today.
I don't think he should go to the Jets, honestly. I think Brees Hall is fine.
But he's injured still.
Yes, that's the problem.
Oh, and we get greeted by DC. What's up, my man?
Welcome to Wasted Wednesday
Hey,
in
DC.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore
Yep.
has like 9 players injured.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah,
Shit, I thought we'd be
the
up
big
to
ones,
about.
the big ones to me. I mean, of course, J.K. Dobbins, but Rashad Bateman and Patrick McCard, your
Huh?
fullback.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about a Pro Bowl, All Pro fullback that's been in the league now for what, 5, 6 years, and does his job very well.
Yeah.
Wait, Picard's injured?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ricard's injured.
Damn it.
Dude.
I mean, he is your extra tackle
Yeah.
for Lamar in that passing game, correct?
Yep,
And
and he also used to be a defensive lineman.
right,
He was a
D tackle.
two-way player.
He was a D tackle
Yep,
and fullback. I mean,
yep, and they made him only fullback.
they made him only fullback because he's 6'3" and 300 pounds and can block anybody.
Yep, and could tackle anybody, but they put him at
They
fullback.
only use that.
Picard's my favorite player on the Ravens.
I love Ricard. He's been great. He's been stoic. This is the first time I've heard
Yep.
of him being injured like this, but it says he should be back by
Same.
week 1 or 2.
Oh, he'll be back. He's a baller.
Yeah, he's hard nosed.
But Rashad Bateman being injured already, that shouldn't surprise anybody.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Richard is basically the Ravens version of Kabinda, but just better.
Yeah. Yeah, he stays on the field usually.
Exactly. I mean, if Kabinda was on the field more, might have a better opinion of that. But nope, he's a key player who got switched to fullback and fucks everyone up.
I would love it if Kabinda could stay on the field, but it seems like every time he's on the field for more than 15 snaps, he misses 2 to 3 games.
Yep. I'm going to be surprised if he makes the team this year, actually.
I think he will because of his special team contributions, because in special teams, they use him as that linebacker guy, and he does well on it, and I think that's where
Well,
he
yeah.
needs to be.
Well, no, but the point is if he can make it on the team or not.
Right. I know.
I actually
Because with James
going
Mitchell
on,
and Kavion Thompson, and hell, there's even a couple running backs that we could possibly throw in there, like Mohammed Ibrahim. He may be
Yep.
tiny, but he's
actually,
very stocky.
don't be surprised if you start seeing Rodrigo taking snaps at fullback.
Why not? In high school, he played quarterback, running back, safety, linebacker, and field goal kicker, if I remember right.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But he has the build for it, and ain't no one going to say Rodrigo would be a hellacious fullback.
I think Rodrigo would be nice at that spot. Just put him out there, see what he can do.
5'11" and
Oh, I'm sure they will.
5'11" and 230 and all muscle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5'11" and 230 and mostly flab.
Know the feeling.
Hey,
Oh, I ain't
we
even
got a
5'11"
visitor. Let's
or
see who we
230.
got now. Hey, it's our buddy. How you doing, Shannon? I learned a fact. 2015, Sheila forced the firing of Joe Lombardi as OC. First time she flexed her muscle and hasn't looked back since. Can't believe I'm saying this, but we finally have a great owner. Finally. Yes, you're absolutely right.
And it's a Ford.
It's a Hamp. She dropped the Ford.
Yep. Yep.
She's from the Ford family.
I know.
She dropped the Ford, but yeah.
I think what she's done so far just gives us a lot of positives. Like, to me, we're going somewhere. We're going in the right direction as a team, and we're going places that we never thought we would go. You know, as the old saying go, after the game against the Green Bay Packers, all roads lead through Detroit, and it starts this year. No other year but this year.
And we got another visitor. I wonder which one this is. Oh, it's Shannon on a second one.
Hello. Shannon and his twin
brother.
There.
Your twin brother's still here. I'm going to just go ahead and remove him. He's kind of stuck.
All right. Y'all still there now?
Yep, you're still here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
For some reason,
I went
my
over
volume
the
is
injury.
not working right. I can hear you through my phone, but I had my earbud in, and we was trying to get it on the tablet, and for some reason it wouldn't work. But anyway, so what's been going on with you guys? Anything new, exciting?
Hey, not much.
I just went over that injury list, and I'm sorry, the Bengals got a lot injured right now.
Trying to figure out why my what's going on with my audio.
Well, we hear you just fine, and we're not getting an echo, so that's a plus. Sheila doesn't run the team like a portion of an auto company. Absolutely.
Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
I've heard you the entire time.
I can hear you, but it's like on very low on my side, so that's what I'm trying to.
And then I was just getting into.
All right, now.
Yeah, perfect. Lions 1960 says, "Hey DC, where are you drinking at today?" You there, DC? Oh, I think we lost DC now.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey guys, I need to drop off for a bit, but I'll be back.
Okay. You there, Shane? Hello?
Okay.
Not getting either one of them to come up. You there, Shannon? Either way, what we got going on here with the Lions situation, it's like the media and some of the fan base just wants him to fail badly. And
yep, I think I'm here.
There we go. You're here.
Yes. Sorry, guys. It's just,
You're good.
So
DC had something going on, so he'll be back. I'm quite sure DC is drinking somewhere in Baltimore today. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
But what do you think about all your injuries, Shannon?
Well, I saw the thing on my phone today. I don't think Burrow's. I think it's a tad more serious than they're letting on like. But I heard another guy got carted off today. Could y'all inform me who that was? Because I haven't had time to look about who it was. So, do y'all know? Because I hadn't even looked on my page yet.
Okay, let me see. I'll tell you exactly what the injuries are for the Cincinnati Bengals because I just went through and said how many players each team had. You got Trevion Williams, running back. He's questionable. Trey Hendrickson, DN. Joe Burrow.
I've heard those two. Yeah, I knew those two. So.
And it says expected to miss several weeks with a calf strain.
Yeah, well, I saw
it's his plant foot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's huge, for
a
quarterback.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Mitchell Wilcox and Lyle Collins.
Okay.
And Lyle Collins.
I think Collins, I mean, he was an injury plagued person before he came there. So that's what my worry was with him. But
and I said that when you signed him, and I said that after the first week of watching him while he was healthy, blocking for Burrow needed to sue him for slander.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I can tell you there's a lot of teams in the NFL that don't have the offensive lines.
There's my traveling buddy, Tim Levine. He's out traveling out west. He's going to be out west probably until, what was it, January, you said, Tim?
That's fun.
The media is addicted to one thing. Let me get these on because I'm tired of having to strain to see. Oh my God, we're all ugly. No. The media is addicted to one thing themselves, which is why places like this are far superior. And Tim Levine said, yep, by the way, anyone know what happened to Trinity Benson? Heard it was non-contact. It's not listed yet as of today, so that'll probably come out tomorrow, or we'll probably hear about it first thing in the presser. I'm quite sure Trinity Benson was going to struggle to make this roster with the amount of speed and the amount of skilled players we have at the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
Keegan Eckert comes in and says, "Hey, fellas."
I always thought, Trinity Benson as a liability, dude. I just think he just wasn't meant to be for us. So I think it's only right that we cut him.
I say since they got two main wide receivers out with Tim Patrick and then what's the other one that has the heart problems out in Denver? Trade him back.
Judy.
It isn't Judy. It wasn't Judy. Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
Sutton, yeah.
Yeah.
I say trade him back. Let him have him back.
Yeah. Why not?
Did y'all also don't the Lions also have Cam? Wasn't the Cam Sutton? Wasn't he the guy that played for the Steelers, but he come from UT? Isn't he with you guys now?
Yes, he is.
I thought so. I'm
Hey,
following.
it's one guy that's been really good at intercepting Burrow. You don't have to worry about.
Thank you. That's what, besides him and that damn Watts brother. I mean, especially that first game last year.
And Tim
Yeah,
But
Lefevre,
yeah,
Tim,
I highly see Sutton and CJ as a
uh huh.
as captains of our secondary. I really see them as our captains because they really are, pressing these guys on and helping them out along the way.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I think Cam's gonna bring that dog in him, man. I think he's gonna do that. He brought it in Pittsburgh, and I think it's only right he'll bring it here.
I mean,
Oh
he was
yeah.
that way in Knox. He was that way in Knoxville at college. So I mean, I supported him, even though he wouldn't. I didn't support him in Pittsburgh, but I wanted him to do well. I just didn't want him to do well against my team. But obviously, yeah. But yeah, I'm ready for it, guys. I'm ready for some football of any kind. I mean, I
okay. I got a couple questions to address in the chat real quick. So it says, "Do you think Campbell is pushing them too hard, thus the injuries?" No, we the one guy has been injured already, which is Emmanuel Mosley. Hendon Hooker was injured already, and that's the only two listed.
yeah. I mean, Hendon's still coming off that ACL from South Carolina, but he should.
Daryl Daniels and Daniel Helm, and they waived, as I predicted. Didn't I say when I looked at our roster that Derek Deese would be one of the first ones cut from Detroit? Guess
Yes,
who
you
was
did. You
guess
said
who
that.
was guess who was waived today? Derek Deese. And
Yeah, we have a few injuries.
the reason why Zylstra is not listed as injured is he was medically waived yesterday.
Yeah.
Sad day. It's real bad. Um, it is what it is. That was a horrendous. These nuts, yes, these nuts went bye bye. um, their depth. They are guys that were red zone threats in college or on the back of rosters, just sitting there. They're UDFA's. You can pretty much pick them up any day of the week. The one guy, I think he was bagging groceries at Aldi's, and the other one was the cashier at the Dollar General.
Oh wow.
No, I'm joking. It's a joke.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Hey, hey,
there's been some fines. I mean, Kurt Warner, he was one of those guys at one time.
I was
you
just
know,
I was just gonna say that. I mean, those guys can turn out to be all stars, maybe like Hall of Famers one day. It don't matter. But hey, I thought that was a serious thing, man. So I said, hey, why not run with it? Like my man said.
yeah.
Uh,
But
if any of them work out, fantastic. If they don't, I think we have enough on the active roster as it is with James Mitchell, Sam Laporta, and Brock Wright.
Yeah,
James
I
Mitchell
agree.
started contributing towards the later part of the season. Brock Wright, he emerged as a good target.
But some of these UDFA's are not only auditioning for us; they're auditioning for other teams.
That's why they're playing hard. And Khalil Dorsey, he didn't do anything with malicious intent. I'm tired of hearing people say it was an avoidable injury. He just got ribbed by the linebacker coach and the defensive back coach for missing a tackle 3 plays before that happened. He's on the field on his next rep, gets a chance to make a tackle and went for it. And I'm sorry, he just landed a little lower than he probably intended. Nobody said it wasn't a spear, but it was a lunge tackle that aimed a little low, but it wasn't intended to hurt anybody. I would
Yeah.
rather grab Baker Mayfield for backup than grab OJ Howard, the tight end that can't stay on a field anywhere.
yep.
Yeah.
He
That
has a
guy
lot of
I,
injury problems.
OJ Howard hasn't been relevant since he played Clemson in the national championship.
And one.
Yeah, he's got too many injuries.
I had
Way
to
too
throw
many
that out
injuries.
there.
He does. Definitely. Yeah. I
And
mean, hell, since he's been drafted, OJ Howard really hadn't. Has he had any real gameplay in the NFL since he's been in the NFL?
no, because his second year he was with Tampa Bay, they got Tom Brady and Gronk in the same year, and he
Yeah.
disappeared.
Why the hell would you need him when you got
Gronk.
Gronk?
But Lions 19 says, "Yep, I'm sticking with my earlier pick of breakout player James Mitchell." And Tim Levine says, "Hey, talk about the problem, Mr. Houston." I still don't think he's starting material. He has to learn how to be better in run protection. He has to put on a little weight and add a little strength so he can do that right. He is so fast and has such good bend. He beats guys, but the problem is when you're going that fast and you beat guys, you tend to over pursue the running backs in the backfield.
That is true.
You know what he is? He's the best version of the misguided missile we drafted a few years back named Gerard Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be times where he's gonna get to the backfield. Trust me, it's gonna be times.
Yep.
And I agree with what you said.
He needs Mitch Mitchell on offense and Aleem McNeil on defense. And I threw Aleem McNeil out there, and he has got an amazing bend. Yeah, absolutely, Tim Levine. Well, think about it. He got 8.5 sacks on 78 snaps through 8 games.
Yeah.
So he had more sacks than games played last year because of that amazing bend, and he is a shorter linebacker slash DN, which is why he's able to get under those tackles and guards. Because most of your tackles and guards are anywhere from 6'1" to 6'6", right?
Yeah.
Hardly ever do you hear about a 5'9" guard.
Yep.
I've
And
never.
that's exactly true. But one thing I heard about Eli McNeil is that he's working on getting off on a boost. If you
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying, getting quicker.
Right.
And now that
Well,
he's getting quicker, it helps his game out a lot more.
what helped Aleem McNeil getting quicker was the fact that he lost no muscle mass. He didn't lose 1 pound, but he lost 13% of his body fat.
That's
So if you convert body fat to muscle and don't lose an ounce of weight, guess what? You're technically going to be faster and stronger, anyways.
Hmm.
Hey, James Burgess, you're absolutely right. If, as a QB, I saw Houston out there, I'd audible to a draw play. Um, Speaking of which, there is another thing that Goff was #1 in the league at last year. Not only was it play action, it was audibling out of pass to run plays to avoid blitzes.
yep. Keegan, I saw that. What he said.
Yeah, and if you actually, Dorsey was also upset when Zylstra got carted off the field. Yes, he was. He was visibly upset. He didn't want to hurt his teammate. Nobody wants to hurt their teammate
No.
in preseason. So these guys that make it sound like it was an avoidable injury or an avoidable tackle, once he left his feet, it's not avoidable. It was a lunge tackle. You leave your feet to do that hit, and he was going for the midsection of the body. The problem is Zylstra jumped up, high pointed the ball, and just hit the ground, and they collided at that moment. It's not
Is there
he wasn't
film
in
on
the
it?
air. I think they got rid of the film because of the pain.
Yeah. Definitely
But the
one.
fact that nobody has called Dorsey out for being a bad player tells me it's exactly what I said.
Yeah, no one wants to hurt anybody unless your Vontaze perfect. Sorry, Shannon.
Oh, they
And
don't fit. They don't
you
bother
brought
me.
that guy up. You brought that guy up when he hit Antonio Brown.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened to Antonio Brown. That's why he's whacked out of his head now.
Well, yeah, I mean, finally,
He was
someone
already
else
whacked, but
notices. James Burgess. Finally, someone else notices. Goff runs the whole offense, which means he will go run instead of call his own number, unlike many QBs in the league. Yes,
Yeah.
and Goff does manipulate the pocket well. That's why his sacks reduce.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, y'all should. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Lions 1960. Houston's best play last year was when he dropped in the country, then closed in on on fire to sack Fields. Yeah, that was a great play in that second game against Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Shannon. I wanted to let
sorry.
Shannon get his point out now, real quick.
Well, no, I was just going to say, I mean, looking at what Campbell has built with the Lions over the last few years, I mean, I'm not just saying this because you're the host of this show, Jeremy, but I could see y'all easily winning the North uh, by at least a couple of games because I don't really, other than Minnesota, and I don't know what Minnesota has with losing Dalvin Cook, and I know they got Justin Jefferson and everything, but I just don't. I mean, is the Vikings defense still formidable? I mean, I don't really follow the NFC North much, so.
And let's welcome in
Hey,
Patriots media, Jordan Davidson.
Jordan.
Hey,
What's up?
Jordan.
What's going on, bud?
Just
Not
got
much.
home.
I was talking about all the injuries across the league. There is over 100 players that have been injured this offseason across the league.
Are you talking about from training camp?
During training camps, yes.
Yeah, I'm about to
Damn, that's
say.
a lot. Shit.
I
Huh?
know the
Well,
Patriots had like 9 guys in one day go down.
yep, and you're down to about 7 left injured right now. 2 of those have came back, and a
Yeah,
couple are on day to day, and a few of them are on week to week.
and they're
Uh,
not, and a lot of them weren't even just like practice squad guys. Like they were like linemen and shit.
yeah, though I think one of the ones that you had Cole Strange is out still,
Yeah,
and there's no
and our
timetable
right
for his
guard's
return.
already been out.
And you're right.
Michael Owanu.
Yep. And
Mm-hmm.
then you lost Tyquan Thornton just
Yeah,
recently. He's on that week to week thing. You lost one of your corners. You lost a linebacker. I mean, granted they were depth pieces, but when you lose your
yeah,
depth pieces, that means your starters got to go longer.
yeah.
Exactly. I have to point out James Burgess's comment. Exactly. I think the running backs are waiting until that number one guy gets injured, and then they're like, "There's my time to jump on that contract."
I think that's exactly when
Did
Zeke
you,
or Dalvin Cook will get signed.
did you talk about Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah.
No, not yet. That
No, I
was
haven't brought that out. That is a great bring up. Let's
Yeah,
talk
I,
about it right now.
I would love
Jonathan
to talk.
Taylor has asked to be traded. And right after he was asked to be traded, there was this false report that came out of Colts camp saying that he came to camp with a hurt back, and that's why he was sitting out of practice. No, he wants to be paid. He wants his extension.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
he wants his
was he a first
extension
round? No,
plus
he was a early second round pick, right?
yeah.
early second
yep.
round. I want to say. Yeah,
That's why he's on it. That's why he's on that 4th-year deal because he's a second-round pick.
Right. So
and
this
then
is
the
his
Colts
last year on his contract.
Yep.
Yeah,
Colts are
so
suffering with their running
And then
backs and
James
how
Irsay,
freaking. Go ahead.
James Irsay, I can't believe he said this. He put it out in a tweet. He goes, "If I died tomorrow, he'll be without a job, and the
That's
Colts will
so
be
bad.
forgotten."
that's low blow. That is a
Ursay
low blow.
is terrible. Ursay's been bad forever, and his father was bad too.
But
James, +1 to James. Irsay realized Dan Snyder was gone and wants to cement his place as the most dumbass owner in the league.
That's true.
agreed.
Also, the Colts
Agreed.
are going to have to sign a running back soon because Zach Moss has a broken arm. They're going to need a running back.
Well, to me, with Taylor, I think he's with him demanding a trade. I just want to ask this to the panel and even to the comment section. Is like, where do you think this guy is gonna go since he demanded his trade?
Dang,
Do we
that's
want to stay with the Colts or go somewhere else?
You
he's
know,
gone.
if it was me, and let's say I'm on one of those contending teams, whether it's AFC or NFC.
Well, I was going to say
So,
that.
so I
if
would
he,
say the Bills, the Jets. Could you see the Jets with Brees Hall and Jonathan Taylor?
well,
That'd be great.
I seen an article.
Jeremy, could you
I
see
seen a,
the Go
I
ahead.
saw
I
an
heard
article
they.
that said the Chiefs are interested in Jonathan Taylor.
Who is?
The Chiefs.
Oh, well, yeah, because Pacheco's already been in and out of the lineup this offseason.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
guys
So
think you know who could play? I wonder if the Cowboys would consider because of Pollard's injury in the playoffs last year.
yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of cap room to offer
They
him what he
don't. That's the
wants.
thing, also. Yeah.
So he's going to want close to Chubb money because he's been that type of productive back. I'm not saying he's going to get it, but I think he should
Yeah.
get around that 13, 14 million a year.
And for
Uh-huh.
some reason, the Chiefs are the brand new New England Patriots in the league now.
And they do
Unfortunately.
running back by committee. If you look
Yeah.
at it, Pacheco is their guy for the speed to get around the corner and the receiving stuff. They got three other guys that can pound that rock right up the middle.
They
But
do need to get rid
Pacheco,
of CEH.
They have another running back that's kind of like Pacheco though too, don't they? What's the guy that used to play in Washington?
Gibson?
McKinnon.
Oh,
McKinnon.
McKinnon.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's kind of like Pacheco too.
Hey, Jeremy, I've got one where he can go. It's not because they're not a great team, but they need a running back. Minnesota. Alexander Masson, 3.5 yards is not great for a running back.
Okay. And Lions 1960. We have the best owner, and the Colts have the worst now that Snyder is out.
That's so funny. That's funny.
Oh, Jones already said Zeke is welcome back, but their cap is pretty slim right now. Yeah, because they got to pay. Who's here? Oh,
You
DC's
gotta
back.
pay it.
I'm
Look at
back.
this. 6 guys on the panel. I'm loving it, guys.
Dude, don't say that. That sounds so gay.
That feels good. That feels good. But
What about
That sounds so gay.
who's Chicago's running back?
Chicago has Donta Foreman, Roshan Johnson, who's got a mild injury and is day to day right now. They're the least injured team in the league right now.
I was
Did
gonna
they
say
have
maybe
Khalil
that
Herbert?
could be a
Super Bowl
place, John.
champs.
That
And
could be
then
a
they
place.
still got Khalil Herbert.
I don't know what their cap's like, but I know they're a young team. That might be a place, Jonathan
Well,
Taylor.
they just stuck 40 million in the tight end room instead of addressing edge rusher, and they need an edge rusher more than they need a running back right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
as long as
Because
they don't address their offensive line, I'm happy.
Do they still got?
they did address the offensive line this
Well,
season.
Do they still
yeah,
got
well, just in the draft,
Herbert?
What's that? Yeah, Khalil Herbert,
Still in
Donta
Chicago?
Foreman, and then they got another guy, the rookie that they UDFA that stepped up last year when both guys went down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Montgomery only missed what was it, a game and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did Jamal Williams wind up going?
New
The
Orleans.
Saints.
Saints. Okay.
He will be their red zone threat. You watch. He's going to get probably 16, 17 touchdowns again
Did you
from
guys
10 yards out or less. That's if they get there.
Yeah.
Speak of Saints, did you guys hear Amir was not in camp today? He actually was in New York City talking to Commissioner Goodell. They think rumor has it that he's trying to get his suspension dwindled down a bit.
Oh, there we go. Keegan Eckert said a good one here. James Burgess, imagine a fight between Irsay and Jones to be the most dumbass owner in the league.
They both knock each other out. It'd be like, boom, double KO.
hey, that would be on pay-per-view.
Yeah, it would be.
Hey,
I,
did you see my post yesterday, Jeremy, about the game tomorrow?
no.
I posted yesterday. I posted a picture of Deshaun Watson and Zach Wilson next to each other, and I said the NFL has announced breaking news. The NFL has announced that Thursday night's Hall of Fame game has been on Pornhub.com because you got the MILF Hunter taking on the massage parlorist.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Use code Watson.
That's a good one.
Watson and Wilson for 10% off at Massage Envy.
Which Deshaun Watson isn't even playing. They're playing what's his name? The quarterback.
Who is their backup?
They draft.
Oh, it's Dorian Robinson.
Yeah, DTR.
No, they're
DTR,
starting
yeah.
Kellen Mond tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They're starting
They're
Kellen
not gonna
Mond.
have. They're gonna have Josh Dobbs start.
Josh
When
Dobbs
they
might
get-
make that cut after that performance.
Yeah, it goes Telemon and DTR is going to play. Deshaun Watson,
And then
they said, is
who's the
already not playing.
backups? Wilson
And I don't think Rodgers is playing either.
Rodgers ain't even going to see
it.
Rodgers ain't going to see a quarter in this game. It's going to be Zach Wilson
Yeah.
and
It'll be
whatnot.
Zach Wilson and Shetler or whatever.
Strebler. Chris Strebler.
Yeah.
I didn't think
But-
Rodgers touches the field. No way.
I was kind of shocked that Watson ain't playing, though, since he's coming off a rusty.
Yeah, he needs to play this offseason, in my opinion. He has been so rusty. And, look at those last 6 games he played. They were awful.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, it's going to be on NBC, guys.
Yeah. And another thing is, I know you guys didn't mention him in the free agent running backs. Kareem Hunt's still out there, too.
Kareem Hunt is the one that surprises me the most because he's the most versatile out of all of them.
Yeah.
And still young. Because, remember, he was suspended for a year. So
and he doesn't have the tread on the tires because he hasn't been playing.
Because he was the second back to Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
So he was used in receiving, so he doesn't have all those brutal carries on him.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's still out there too.
And you know who could use him the most? We already named it. Zach Moss is hurt. The Colts could use him more than anybody.
Yeah. I think the Vikings
if they picked up
running back.
If they picked up Kareem Hunt, I think Jonathan Taylor might say, "Well, let's just audition for free agency now."
I actually thought the Bengals were going to cut Joe Mixon and sign Dalvin Cooks.
Yeah, but he restructured his deal, didn't he?
He did. He did.
Down to where he's making Saquon money, $10.5 million a year.
Joe Mixon already wasn't doing good last year, and then he also had that stuff with it where he pointed a gun at somebody.
Shannon, who
I thought
was
they were
that
cut
running back who went off for you guys last year behind Mixon?
Oh, Sid.
It was Ryan.
P. Ryan. He's in Denver now.
Yeah, behind Javonte Williams.
Who's still hurt.
Yeah. So,
is Javonte hurt?
Javonte's still hurt. He ain't came back off of his injury yet.
Yeah.
So they'll probably in Denver. It'll probably be Samaji most of the time.
It'll be Samaje Perine, and then
I'll tell you who needs a running back. I still think they need a running back. Some people may argue
Minnesota.
Right. I agree with James Burgess right here. If Bills had the balls, they should go get Jonathan. They can't keep putting Allen out there to be punished.
Yeah.
No.
I just don't think they're going to put much value into that position because they don't run the ball.
Because
that's going to be their downfall too.
They haven't had a valid running back. I mean, Devin Singletary's talented, but he couldn't stay on the field either.
They signed Damian Harris, and it's probably the best running back they've had.
And they still got Naheem Hines, who's injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got.
More of that.
Did he tear his ACL?
He tore his ACL at the end of last year, so he probably won't be back till mid-season.
Yeah, it's going to be Damian Harris, their starter, and Cook's going to be their other.
Damian Harris.
I tell you who's got the nice 1-2 punch right now, and nobody's talking about it. I think it's a scary, underrated running back, Daryl, and that's Dameon Pierce getting healthy with Devin Singletary.
Oh, for Houston?
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's going to be a dangerous duo there. I think that's going to help DJ Stroud out a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's going to help Stroud out.
They're going to have to run the ball because they ain't got no receivers.
Yeah, and I think Stroud. I think they're trying to make Stroud their first their QB1 for the season. I think that's what they're aiming for.
Long Neck Davis Mills is garbage.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be.
He looks like
unless he's playing the Titans.
Unless he's playing the Titans or Colts.
Right. But yeah.
For some reason, that guy's got those two teams' number, but he can't beat Jacksonville, and he can't beat the Bengals, and he can't beat the Browns, and he can't.
Yeah.
Can't beat most of the teams in the league. That's why they had the number 2 pick.
Right.
But Davis Mills, his neck is so long that when he puts his helmet on, he looks like a walking bobblehead.
Hey, he is isn't he like 6'7" or something?
He's 6'5".
Oh,
Yeah, he's big.
But he's got
taller.
if you measure from the bottom of his jaw to his shoulders, there's like 6.5 inches there below the helmet.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny about that, Jeremy? I was watching a video of Frank Caliendo pretending to be John Gruden, and he goes into the little hangout room, and you just hear, "Hey, it's me, John Gruden. Hey, look, his long neck, Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon's neck is like that."
Is Glenn. Yeah.
Cage Burgess just gave me a +1 for walking bobblehead. But that being said, let's go around and do some parting shots. Will, what's the word out of Panthers training camp right now?
The word out of training camp is that Bryce Young was named QB1 over Andy Dalton and Matt Corral. I'm a fan of it, kind of. I would rather see Dalton play the first 3 to 4 games. Also, yeah, that's the main word I'm hearing out of Panthers camp.
Okay. Joseph, do you have any observations you've seen about Lions camp?
Well, this may surprise you guys, but I'm hearing that Hendon Hooker is looking real healthy. I don't know. He might get a chance to get out there and play preseason. I don't know, but hopefully not. But I'd rather let him just sit back, sit this 1 year out, and then go out there and play next year, just to leave him healthy.
Okay.
And
I mean that enthusiasm. Let me tell you what Dan Campbell said. It's a red shirt year for Hendon. In other words, he's just like that turkey on Thanksgiving morning. That button ain't popped up yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And also about the whole Jameson Williams little spaz, whatever little brawl that they had. I think that's just a little mix up too that people was hearing about. But other than that, players get into it. It happens. It's a competitive spirit. It's a part of the game. And then also
Keegan, that fucking comment. Now Little Wayne song makes sense. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. He is listing the size of Mill's neck.
now that is a meme worthy word to say. Shout out Keegan.
Yeah.
You guys mentioned the whole Nathaniel Hackett, Aaron Rodgers thing.
I was gonna use that as my parting shot tonight
But
because he
other
covered
than
what
that,
I wanted for Lions camp. Shannon, what are you hearing out of the Bengals camp?
Oh shit. When is Joe Burrow gonna? I mean, it's good that he lasted longer in July than he did the last 2 seasons. And they signed the XFL quarterback. That's the last thing I heard. And I knew Burrow and Henderson was hurt, and of course La'el Collins. Hell, they might as well have me up there playing with La'el Collins being hurt. But anyway, that's all I've got.
Jordan, what's
you
the
go
word?
to the camps?
Jordan,
Sorry.
what's the word out of Patriots camp?
The offense is shit.
I
don't
know.
Am I hearing that Caleb Williams or Drake May might be a Patriot next offseason?
I don't think they're gonna be that bad, but
okay.
I don't think they'll be that bad either, Jordan.
Hey, they
but
weren't that bad with Matt Patricia, so they can't be that bad with Bill.
They weren't that good either.
I honestly, to be honest with you, I think the Patriots need to be looking for better quarterbacks because you got Zapp and Mac Jones out there. I think they're gonna look for better QBs.
Bill Belichick still won't announce Mac Jones as a starting quarterback, so.
Hey, you know Bill Belichick.
Hey, and to quote my buddy Dom DeRubis, Mac Jones was the most NFL-ready quarterback in that draft, and it was proven by the end of the year because he took the Patriots with Bill Belichick's coaching to the playoffs. The problem is that his ceiling was so low, he had to duck coming into any season after his rookie year.
I will say, though, in Mac Jones' defense, most of their offensive starters have been hurt. They don't. Trent Brown, their starting left tackle, hasn't participated. Their right tackle is a mess.
Hold on, James. Hold on, James B.
Both of their guards aren't in practice. Juju has only been practicing 1 day. Tyquan Thornton just got hurt, so the only receiver they've really had out there is Devontae Parker and Kendrick Bourne.
And to be honest with James, if there's any team that's going to have a chance at getting Caleb Williams, it's gonna be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude. Easy. That's gonna be the one team that's gonna definitely take
No, I got
Caleb.
you know who's gonna get Caleb Williams?
Arizona.
Yep. They're gonna trade.
It would definitely be an upgrade from the midget Kyler Murray
They're
that
gonna
likes
trade
to play
Kyler
video
Murray
games.
next. They're gonna trade Kyler Murray next offseason. Watch.
They can't
And you
trade
know
him
where
next year
and you
because
know
of
where
that cap.
Kyler Murray's gonna go?
Carolina.
Probably in the chocolate factory.
He's gonna be Oompa Loompa.
Kyler Murray's gonna be in the AFC West next year.
I think Kyler Murray will be better off in the XFL.
I agree.
He ain't Zach Wilson, guys. Come on now.
DC, have you heard anything out of Baltimore Ravens camp?
Other than Doom, no.
Damn.
All right. So,
hey, I meant to say one other thing. Did you talk about the I don't know if you guys seen the catch that George Pickens made?
Oh, that was sick.
Oh, yeah, that was.
And then he threw the ball at Joey Porter Jr. after that.
Yeah.
I seen it. I seen it. That was pretty epic.
It was dope.
He was like, "Welcome to the NFL, rookie."
All right. And last but not least, I shall talk about what I wanted to talk about. Was Sean Payton comes out and breaks the bro code of coaches, saying Nathaniel Hackett is one of the worst NFL coaches he's ever seen with the coaching job he did with Denver with getting fired before the end of the season. And I said, well, I think it's a close third because my number one worst coach is Rod Moranelli, also known as Marinelli, that went 0-16 with the Lions in 2008. Next would be Matt Patricia, 16, 29, and 3 ties. Ugh. And then
ties?
He got 3 ties in his 3 years.
A tie year.
Ties in 3 years.
Now,
2 of them was with Carolina. One was with who was the other one with? Come on.
That's a tie a season. What the hell?
I think that was
was it Minnesota the one?
Ooh, yeah, Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. One or the other.
He got a wild card as they had a tie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sean Payton was saying what he had to say. I mean, that's his opinion. But then Aaron Rodgers came out and defended his boy Nathaniel Hackett. So
of course he did, because you know that is his offensive coordinator Wubby.
Yeah.
He had his 2 MVP seasons with his last 2 MVP seasons with Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
Yes. Lions 1960. Yes, we have 2 of the 3 worst in my opinion. Morinelli, Patricia, and then it's Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, the Jets also play the Broncos this year, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
So this has been Kneecap Biting with the Detroit Lions. I want to thank all of my guests. DC was here, Shannon, Will, Chicken Nugget. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Lions 1960, James Burgess, Keegan Eckert. All of y'all did great. And let's say it like I always do. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. This has been Kneecap Biting with the Detroit Lions. This has been the NFL Roundtable Talks, and we are out.